I have a YouTube channel now, so I record everything.
I love it. Rob, I mean, look, you've been climbing the ranks for a long time, looking for a big fight, big opportunities. Does this feel like that moment? Does this feel like a really big fight for you?
I've, it's another fight. Um, you know, I'm step by step moving forward, and yeah, of course, this is big fight, big card, but Marlon Morales is in front of me, and I'm focused on him, and this is another fight for me.
I know you worry just about yourself, but I mean, 6 wins in a row, and I don't always hear your name mentioned with, the top contenders. Do you feel like people have been slow to give you the respect that you deserve?
No, I think I have respect who watching UFC, and I'm getting so much love and so much respect from the people, and I'm just happy where I am, and I'm not complaining about nothing. I'm happy where I am now.
You think the beard is helping get the respect that you deserve?
I think so.
Talk about this. I mean, a few weeks after Giga Chikadze headlined a UFC event, I mean, it seems like the Georgian movement is building. Do you feel that you guys are really starting to make an impact in the UFC?
Yes, absolutely. I'm happy for Georgian fighters. They doing great in UFC, and of course it's motivation for me, and this is big for our small country, and we all proud of to each other. Like if one Georgian doing something good and are successful with something, we all happy, and this is big for us, and of course I'm happy for everybody, and yeah, this is our time now.
Very nice. This matchup with Marlon, as it's a big one. Do you look at it as basically like striking versus grappling? You need to grapple here to be successful, or do you feel like your stand-up game has evolved enough that you could strike with him?
Absolutely, I can fight everywhere. Just taking people down because it's easy for judges. I make them job easy because sometimes when it's like a strike or exchanges, they score weird. Sometimes you never know where split decision goes, and especially after my first two fight, I make sure don't leave judges' hand, and I win, dominate, and when I take people down, I know I'm winning, I control, and I feel more safe. But I'm not looking for take down Marlon Morales. I think I'm ready for fight, like stand the strike, and yeah, I'm just ready for exciting fight, and I know it's gonna be great fight, because even Marlon has lost two fight, I still accept him come strong, because I have some loss in my career, and every time I lost for some reason, I learn from this and I come more strong. And he was preparing 5 months, and we are following to each other in social media, and I see him, he was training hard for this fight, and I know he will be ready for this war.
Yeah, no doubt. Last thing for me, I know that you're a respectful guy, you don't talk trash, that sort of thing, but I mean, you win a fight here. What do you feel like you deserve? I mean, are there names that you see? Is there a position in the ranking? Because the winning streak is getting pretty long now.
Right. Yeah, that will be my 7th win, but I have to win first. I think top 5 list, or like somebody big name, because yeah, but like I know that my next opponent will be somebody big name, because UFC top 15, everybody big name, and everybody like so good guys. Even I watch our upcoming guys, and makes me excited, and makes me sometimes, oh my God, I gotta training because they look dangerous. So I gotta work more hard. Yeah, I'm just whoever will be, I'm just ready.
Merab, right here.
Thank you.
Obviously, everyone knows you're going to try to take this to the ground and wrestle, and Marlon would like to keep the fight standing. But how would you rate his grappling and submission skills from what you've seen? We haven't seen a lot of it in the UFC, but he does have a black belt and does have 6 or 7 submission victories in his career.
Yeah, I respect his ground game too, because we all see he submit Rafael Sansao, great grappler, and yeah, he's good at the ground too. That I'm gonna say again, I'm not looking for only take him down. This is mixed martial arts, and I'm ready for fight everywhere.
And then, were you happy that you were fighting on this card? Because a month later, your teammate Aljamain is fighting, and then the week after that, they're fighting in New York City. He seems confused why he wouldn't just be fighting in New York. So were you happy to be on this card, or would you have liked to be on that card with Aljamain or New York?
I'm just happy to be here, and right after this fight, I want to go back to gym, help Aljo to preparation his fight, and right after Aljo's fight, I'll be with Al, and I will enjoy to watching my friends fight, and yeah, this is, I think it's good time me fight now. Aljo will be my corner. It's all worked out great. Thank you.
Are you still right over here, Merab? Are you still able to work with Aljamain as much as you used to? Because obviously he moved out here to Vegas. He used to be out there in New York, New Jersey. Are you still able to work together as much as you used to?
Yes, I'm working with Aljo, and he's still my main sparring partner. Yeah, he moved out here Vegas, but for my training camp and his training camp, we was in training in New York, and we will be in New York more. Like we was spending times back to back, like back Vegas, like back and forth. And yeah, I'm still training with Aljo, and so he's here, he's training here Vegas. I'm always here and training with him, and he's back in New York. I'm make sure I'm training there, because when he's like my mentor, he and then I like get work with him even one round, or like we usually sparring 3 rounds, but like every like grappling, like let's say even like we go jiu-jitsu together, we get 1 round with him, or like some MMA position with drilling or doing some, I learn from him a lot, and I'm getting good work from him, and then always safe. He's professional, and I always training smart with him.
People like the friendship between the two of you. They feel like it's kind of like out of a movie, the 2 best friends who are cops and getting into comedy. Because you're such close friends with Aljamain, how do you feel when the fans want to give him a hard time about being champion and how he got the belt? Because I know you probably see that he gets a lot of criticism. How do you feel, and how do you defend him when people talk about that?
People has short memory, and if you look Aljo's career, Aljo needs only respect, and I have big respect for Aljo, and I love him, and yeah, people like now I come little popular, and like some people like you, some people don't like you, and I cannot pay attention for everybody. We are professionals, and we have to be professional like everywhere, and not only fighting. Like now I learn to be smart, not answer everybody, and not pay attention for everybody. And I'm just focused on my job, and I'm just stay close with my friends and family and good friends.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Merab over here. With Aljamain being in the same division, you as the champion, ideally you want to be champion as well, right? So would you guys be open to fighting each other if you had to?
Thank you for the question, but like so many people ask me this question, and I ask this question so many times. Me and Aljo, we never going to fight each other. We are good friends, and So this is the end of the day. This is fight, and we're not going to fight each other. So, and I have Aljo is champion. I believe he will defend this belt, and he will be a long-time champion. I have win a couple more fights to be deserved be number one for be fight to the title. But we will figure out something, and we one thing for sure, we never going to fight each other. Me and Aljo, we never going to fight each other.
Would you be open to like changing divisions if you like were just dying to get that title because he's just reigning for a long time?
Yes, I think so. Yeah, I will change division. Yes, for sure.
All right, best of luck, Merab.
Thank you.
Merab, just a quick question about the UFC Hall of Fame induction tomorrow. Obviously, one of your coaches already in there. Does it add anything to be mentored by Matt Serra, who is a legend of the sport and who is in the UFC Hall of Fame?
I'm just happy to. I'm just happy for this fact that Matt Serra will be my corner because he has always good positive energy and he is always loud in the corner and yeah, he's such a good person and yeah, and when I'll be fight and I will hear his talk like as like a song, you know, like good song motivate me, you know, like I'm fighting and he's still screaming and like talking good advice.
Does he talk to you guys sometimes about his time as a champion and when he fought George St. Pierre all back in the days, and what does he say to you when he remembers those days?
Yeah, he of course he talk about, but only like joke wise. He always jokes, you know. He he always like talks funny ways, like he likes jokes and he's such a fun man and he, you know, like he's not like he always makes fun of like those like all these moments, you know, and he like but of course like Metzera he was great fighter. Of course, this is honor for me to he is my coach and my big friend and such a good person.
A quick one about George St. Pierre, who is inducted tomorrow. Were you looking up to him at some point at the beginning of your career? As you are a great wrestler, very good with takedowns as well. So does his style, I guess, influence you at some point in your career?
Yeah, if people ask me who's my one favorite fighter, I will say George St. Pierre because he is very disciplined person and even he's retired now, he's still disciplined and he's such a good person and of course I look up for him, but like takedowns or like this, I said this is I make these plans in the acting, and when I go, sometimes I want to fight, but at the same time I said, oh no, safe first, safe, take him down, stay safe, make sure control and win the fight. And sometimes if I feel like I have to strike, like I did my last fight or fight before with Dodson, I can strike too.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody.